You already know the drill. We back again with another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Just strap on your seatbelts, cause it's all pedal to the metal from here. And without further ado, your amazing host, Drew, Billy.
Welcome back to another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys with your host here, DB, and host Trevor Dinsmore. Trevor, how are you doing on this? It's actually a nice day. Nice Tuesday night.
Chilling here, drinking a little bit of an herbal tea blend with some vodka because we have some tea tonight, don't we?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
We're going to be fine dining and breathing.
Yep.
Only this time, unlike SpongeBob, we actually remember our names. By the time this is done, maybe not, but we'll see.
Hell yeah. No, a lot of decent amount of news to go through tonight. Some signings, some drama. We got the NBA playoffs Trevor will be talking about as well. Segments as well. Stay along for Trevor's as well. What's more likely on a scale of 1 and 10? What's fucked? And yeet or no? Or no? Yeah, yeet or no yeet. Okay. And then debate time later on.
I did the yeet first. That was a good thing.
Yeah.
You got it correct.
Yeah, but no, stick around for those as well. But no, a lot of news here to get into. Brock Purdy has reached a hell of a deal after 3 seasons playing for the San Francisco 49ers, making less than Al Michaels to call his games. Now is having the last laugh here, 5-year deal,
making less total in a year than Michaels per game, by the way.
Per game, yeah. Mm-hmm. But 5-year, $265 million deal, $181 million in total guarantees. Trevor, our feelings on this?
Very shocked
that
we're talking about a Mr. Irrelevant making more than $50 million a year. Do I think he deserves it? I mean, the accolades are there. He's he made a Pro Bowl already. Yep. Yes, I heard that too. Don't worry, Billy. I heard your you had the little gling,
Apologize.
It's not the most annoying sound in the world, but in the middle of a podcast, it's a little disruptive. So
apologize.
Just fucking with you.
You're good.
With you. But anyway, Brock Purdy, already made a Pro Bowl, already made a Super Bowl. And I figure if the Niners want a long-term QB, they're going to have to pay him. It's just the nature of the QB market nowadays. $50 million per year seems to be the number to hit for these elite guys. Whether Brock Purdy is an elite guy, to be determined. Obviously, well documented that he's been surrounded by a great system, great weapons, and a great coaching staff. But we'll see if he's worth that 265, and I believe 181 of that is guaranteed.
Yeah.
Pretty good money for the last overall pick in the draft a few years ago.
Yeah, no, and I don't know how to feel about this signing. There's a lot of people that give him shit, and then there's some that don't give him shit. But he came when the 49ers didn't even know they needed him.
Mm-hmm.
In a sense, it was supposed to be Trey Lance, and now it's
supposed to be Trey Lance. Yeah, people forget that.
And where's Trey Lance? I think third string on the Cowboys.
Yeah, he was on Dallas last year. I don't know if he was free agent or whatever. Point is, we're talking about Brock Purdy being a starting quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers and not Trey Lance.
Yeah.
So,
no.
Shows where hard work can get you. I'll say that.
Yeah. Busted his ass and very smart kid.
Yeah. And he's got it up here. There's, to me, no doubt about that. He's very, very adept at what he does as an NFL quarterback from a mental standpoint, from a game plan standpoint, just a matter of whether, the physical tools are there. But as we've seen with San Francisco quarterbacks in recent past, you don't necessarily need a prototypical QB skill set to thrive under Kyle Shanahan's system.
Right.
And I don't know how many times I've said that on the show. I'll probably say it until the sun burns out.
Yeah.
No. Or I die, whatever comes first.
Well, but no, we wish him luck, and I just want him to get better in the rain games. I know I said that last night. It's just a joke.
It's tough to QB. You go QB in the rain games, okay?
Big
You
bet.
go QB in the slop, okay? You want me to take it back to the Mud Bowl from 2007? You want to go quarterback that?
That was a wonderful time.
It was a wonderful night. I enjoyed that game.
Yes, no. But I think the commentators made it bigger than it was. But anyways, moving forward, Aiden Hutchinson's returning back from a leg injury that ended his 2024 season prematurely. Let's see here. Who the hell's his coach here? Just lost. So Casey Rogers believes that Hutchinson's right back on track where he was. Wasn't there last season, but after watching his film through being on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coaching staff, comes over, now defensive coordinator. He doesn't have any less confidence in Hutchinson returning from that injury. Trevor, how are we feeling he returns next season?
Like a bat out of hell.
I mean, he was doing those fucking sprints, remember?
No. That was, again, miracles of modern medicine, my friend. You can recover from that type of injury quicker than you ever could before.
Yeah.
And whatever the method, he's clearly okay. He's, he's participating in workouts. He's doing drills. Very spry looking for a guy that tore his ACL not too long ago.
Yeah.
I think it was his ACL, either ACL or Achilles. Regardless, that's a 9 to 12-month injury, you'd think. And sometimes you're out for the next season. Well, guess what? Hutchinson threatened to come back for the Super Bowl, and he'll be back fresh and spry at the beginning of preseason here. I have no qualms, no worries about what he's going to be able to do on a football field in 2025. And I know the Lions, they beefed up that D-line and beefed up that defense as a whole, filled in some gaps where injuries played a role last season in their demise. So he'll have a stronger supporting cast this year on top of, coming back from the injury. Maybe they'll be able to manage his snaps a little bit better with the other talent that they have. He's still going to be a game wrecker, though. He just screams, jumps off the page, game wrecker. And obviously a defensive player of the year candidate. I might toss some money his way. That's just me. That's just me. Or CPOY. You could do that too.
Yeah. And I just remember, even in my travels with track, running, any sport really, when you would get ACL injury or Achilles or whatever with the leg 10 years ago, Trevor.
Yeah.
The guy didn't always come back the same. Now,
anything with a tendon, anything with a tendon or a ligament.
Mm-hmm. It just amazes me how modern science is, keeps growing every year. And I mean, hell, Rogers' case too. But no, we wish him luck. And I've always been a fan of Aiden Hutchinson's work ethic, even though he did come from Michigan, but it's all right.
That is the only thing I dislike about that guy.
Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah.
Everything else, hard not to love.
Yeah. No, and then we'll be touching on this more later in one of Trevor's segments, but Caleb Williams, I believe, was depicted in a book that was published in September. The title of it, American Kings, a biography of the quarterback. Our author and ESPN reporter Seth Wickersham describes how Williams and his father, Carl Williams, asked attorneys to find a workaround to the NFL's collective bargaining agreement. Basically, without fucking going all the way into it here, Trevor, he didn't want to go to Chicago. They wanted to try to get out of how to get in there. Now he's playing for him, but going through that whole process of the shit show that it was. Feelings on this?
Yes, and this all occurred before his pre-draft visit to the Bears as well. So everything after the pre-draft visit with the Bears was apparently hunky-dory. Like he wanted to be a force to turn the franchise around and all that mushy-gushy good stuff.
Right.
So, but everything before that, according to this book, American Kings, a biography of the quarterback, not so hunky-dory, not so mushy-gushy good stuff. Right. Due in large part to apparently a LeVar Ball wannabe in Carl Williams.
Yes.
Tried to move heaven and earth in against an albeit dicey collective bargaining agreement. The latest CBA wasn't, it was kind of rushly put together. It was during COVID. So it was kind of, there were some concessions by the players that maybe shouldn't have been made at the time, and so on and so forth. So he does have some semblance of a point when it comes to the CBA and how unfair it is to the players. But in regards to him just trying to essentially usurp or just bypass the draft, and I heard rumors that he wanted to go to the UFL as well, and just none of that worked out. None of that apparently worked out. And Carl, alongside his legal staff, and even reached out to Arch Manning, and even looked upon the case of tried to pull a John Elway back in 1983, where he basically just bashed the city. Ended up not going that route, but did go the route of still, like I said, trying to circumvent the draft. And on top of this, too, Carl, very dedicated businessman, apparently calculated millions and millions, hundreds of millions in market revenue lost for Caleb, for his son, which is pretty staggering. Also citing, the difficulty with Shane Waldron. Apparently, him and Williams didn't really, I don't know, apparently they didn't click. Eberflus, we know kind of the history of the Bears organization when it comes to quarterbacks. And in a lot of ways, he was proven right.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams, in spite of, you have 20-6 touchdown interception ratio, threw for over 3,500 yards, had a decent amount of rushing yards as well. Unfortunately, Bears went 5-12, due in large part to coaching ineptitude and lack of offensive line help. He was sacked 68 times. If you do the math, that's exactly 4 times a game.
Jesus.
4 times a game. Caleb was getting sacked easily, most in the league. Quarterback hell. Quarterback hell, I believe, is what Carl Williams called it. No, excuse me. Chicago's the place quarterbacks go to die. That's the exact quote. And what I found fascinating about this whole situation, too, was just the reaction from the media in general. Because you got guys coming in from both sides, left and right. Boomer Esiason calling this generation's quarterbacks entitled and spoiled. You got RG3 coming out and saying that it was coaching malpractice in regards to Caleb Williams watching film by himself.
Yeah.
Key point in this whole situation as well. Because while it is up to the player to watch film by themselves, it's also up to the coaching staff to help them out, move them in the right direction, right? There's independent film study, and then there's study in the QB room. So a lot of people coming in from both sides on that. RG3 saying it was coaching malpractice, that apparently Matt Eberflus and Shane Waldron didn't really help Caleb in the film study. This coming from the quote that Caleb said he was in the film room watching film alone, and I just kind of flipped it on and didn't really give any indication as to whether Eberflus was helping him out or not, along with old Shane Waldron, old offensive coordinator Shane Waldron. So RG3 commented on it. Kurt Warner came back and said, no, I've studied film myself and made a career out of it. Won a Super Bowl in 1999, if you remember that, was NFL MVP. And then, of course, there's the example of Rob Gronkowski never watching film, Tom Brady just watching all the film. And then, of course, a nice example here, too. Alex Smith, upon his entry into the NFL, was essentially forced to watch film by himself. He had to work his way, into a starting role and then pass that knowledge on to Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
So in a lot of ways, not all of that particular aspect fell on the coaching staff, although there is some accountability to be had due to the Bears record. If a certain process isn't working and you're losing 10 games straight, you figure you might want to change some things up. While you're going through that entire losing string. So very complex situation that came out here. A lot of literature on it. And what I know I sounded like I was rambling a little bit, but I literally read like hours of articles on this.
Oh yeah.
It was, like I said at the start of the show, this was great tea.
No, and just to say this too, if you look back at and there's this little mini movie, I guess, on YouTube. If you have time and you want to dive into 2004 draft. It's very similar to, you brought up Archie there. It's very similar to Eli Manning with not wanting to go to the Chargers. He was very against.
Yeah.
But no, I think it worked out. I mean, we'll see how this season goes. But yeah, it was a shit show for Caleb. 6-8 sacks. Every time I watched their game, he was getting fucked up. I mean,
a little bit.
And I thought he was a pretty boy. I'm like, okay, maybe he's not. I mean, he's taking a licking out there, Trevor. I mean, holy shit.
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah. People forget that. They forget the fact that he got sacked 68 times and just remember the Thanksgiving Eberflus gaff.
Yeah.
They remember the blocked field goal in Green Bay. They remember that shit. They don't remember the fact that Caleb Williams got sacked 68 freaking times. You know, that gets to your head.
Yeah.
It gets to your confidence as a quarterback and your ability to make plays.
Right.
Why do you think Justin Fields had to run for his life?
Correct.
And why do you think, thank God, Ryan Poles just hammered the fuck out of the offensive and defensive lines in the offseason? Drafting guys, signing free agent, just hammered the shit out of that to make sure that wasn't an issue going forward.
Right.
We'll see how the results play out on the field, but as it stands now, hopefully some issues have been resolved in that room. And, of course, you got Ben Johnson, a guru for the Lions for a lengthy period of time as your head coach now. Yeah. So things looking up on paper for the Bears organization. It's just a matter of what we see on the field come September.
Yeah. No, I just remember losing my absolute mind at the TV when the Eberflus didn't call that timeout. Holy shit.
Oh, I was screaming. Oh, I wasn't even. I had bet on the Lions,
right?
And I just saw the stupidity unfolding in front of me. You know where my tolerance for stupidity is. It's pretty low. The tolerance for stupidity overrode every feeling and monetary incentive in my body.
Oh yeah,
to say, scream at my television and call a timeout, along with certain other 4-letter words that I won't repeat right now, even though I've already done it. But
but
some of those in particular aren't appropriate for right now.
That's all right. But switching over here as well. Yes, we talked about it last week, and mixed feelings throughout the Pittsburgh area, the Steeler Nation with Pickens leaving. But they interviewed CeeDee Lamb in regards to George Pickens joining his side. Jesus, I can't even talk. At the wide receiver position. Shit. And this was
slow down.
Yes. This is at Kyler Murray's charity softball game over the weekend in Scottsdale, Arizona. That CeeDee was interviewed by DLLS Cowboys. I don't know why we can't just put Dallas, but that's whatever. We are
intellectual property, I think.
Yeah. But we both once. This is a direct quote from CeeDee Lamb. It ain't no A or B, none of that. It's one. You look over there, you see one. You look over here, you see another one. So I can't even read this fucking quote, Trevor. So what you got to do with that? CeeDee seems excited from that quote.
I'd be.
I mean, it was very hard to.
Yeah, I mean, I would be.
Yeah.
I mean, he finally gets a true number 2. Huh? What'd you say?
That's the exact word. So it was.
I know. I'm trying to look for it in the. You gave me the quote. You look over there, you see one. You look over here, you see another one. So do what you got to do with that. Okay, I can see where. Maybe you fumbled a little bit. Yeah. You haven't even been drinking yet, and you're fumbling.
No.
Back. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah.
And here I am with my tea.
Yeah. But yeah,
I'm doing just fine. But anyway,
do you feel CeeDee is a head case in his own right or no? Like, do you think they're actually going to get along?
Those are two different questions.
Okay.
Those are two different questions because as we saw, we very well documented in Pittsburgh, it only takes one head case to ruin a relationship.
Right.
It only takes one head case over there to ruin a relationship too.
Yeah.
CD to me is not the head case.
Okay.
He could have said a lot worse about the state of his organization last year. And I know he said certain things in the media, but he could have played it up a lot worse than Pickens did in his own respective situation, where the Steelers had a winning record and made the playoffs, by the way.
Yeah.
And yes, I know the age-old joke. They go 10-7 and lose in the first round. At least we make it. At least we make it, which is more than a lot of other teams can say. So,
correct.
I want more, but cool the Jets on that, I guess.
Yeah.
No. Lamb getting another number 2, I guess. Well, not really. He was the number 2 to Amari Cooper. Now he gets to be. It's technically he's probably going to be first on the depth chart, and Pickens will be number 2. It's just a matter of where you line them up in the wideout spots.
Right.
Now it'll be a pretty dangerous passing attack, I would venture to guess, in Dallas.
Yeah.
See what the new coach can come up with. What?
What?
Don't you like CD? You think he's a head case?
No, I just can't believe George went there. I'm still the aftershock. So it's still, because you watch some of the highlights from his career. It's short, 3 years. There's so much potential. And it's like,
yes, still is.
Damn it. Another talent we just have to let go because he can't keep it together in here. It's like, drives you nuts.
Here's the thing, though. The Steelers have standards.
Yes.
Both standards for performance, standards for behavior.
Yep.
If you don't meet both of those standards, among several others, you're not worthy of being a Pittsburgh Steeler, and we will gladly dismiss you. We don't care how talented you are. If you don't live up to our values, if you don't live up to what we mean as an organization, what we represent, to the Pittsburgh community and to the football community at large, see you bye. Dallas, like I said, they're America's team.
Yeah.
They're perfectly imperfect, and they got an old guy with a pompadour haircut and a pompadour attitude at the helm.
Yep.
Remind you of a specific leader of our country right now.
A little
big
bit.
pompadour attitude, big pompadour haircut. The only difference is Jerry Jones doesn't sprinkle himself in Cheeto dust.
Correct.
So do what you will with that.
Yes. But I guess just before we move over to what Larry Fitzgerald had to say about Marvin Harrison Jr.'s potential in first year, you think he did an act that set the Steelers over the edge, George, before he left?
Pickens?
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a combination of so much. The sideline blow-ups, the on-the-field incidents, the lack of effort. I think it's, honestly, I'd like to think it's the lack of effort that pushed us over the top.
Okay. Ravens game.
Taking plays off. And that's literally what happened with Deontay. He took plays off and didn't, from what I saw, had a bit of an attitude problem, not nearly as much as George, not nearly as exaggerated as George, but took plays off. Didn't give an effort 100% of the time. Same thing with Pickens. I think that was because we've dealt with attitude issues. Those we can kind of keep under wraps if you're all world. AB.
Yep.
We can't tolerate you not giving a shit.
Right. No, I agree. Because people were throwing out there, he must have did something at the facility or whatever, and they're just like, fuck this guy.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I haven't heard anything. I think it's just a culmination of the bundle of shitty attitude that is George Pickens.
It's a bundle of shit. Bunch of shit birds.
Yeah. Donkey done. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But transitioning here to a young prospect, I feel has a good head on his shoulders and is taking every opportunity he can. Marvin Harrison Jr. Got a lot of respect given to him from Larry Fitzgerald. He was also at Kyler Murray's charity softball game. It seems like wherever these guys go, paparazzi or the press these guys when they're just trying to play softball, but whatever.
Yeah.
But
who knew these guys like to play softball too?
Yeah. But this is from Larry Fitzgerald. I saw a guy who made a lot of plays, and that was reported via Arizona Republic's Theo Mackey. Further with the quote here, did a really good job when the ball came to him. He made his plays. He's only going to continue to get better, so I'm excited to see his year 2. And if you look back at Larry's rookie season compared to Marvin, the numbers are close, Trevor. I don't know if I have those fully listed here for us, but
I have them right here.
Oh, you do?
Don't you worry, my friend.
Hell yeah.
But strikingly similar as well.
Yes.
885 on 62 receptions for Harrison, as well as 8 touchdowns. Ironically enough, in Larry Fitz's rookie year, 8 touchdowns, 58 receptions, and 780 yards. As a number three overall
Correct.
pick out of Pittsburgh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Similar to, well, probably not to the extent of Marvin Harrison Jr. due to his last name, but similar to Harrison Jr.
Yep.
Thrust into an organization with the highest of expectations, did not necessarily exceed them in the first year. And I know Harrison, on top of the name, was outshined by the likes of Malik Neighbors and a couple others.
Yeah.
It's a lot to live up to. It is. It is a lot to live up to. But if we're talking Harrison going on the Larry Fitz path, he'll make the next 11 of 13 Pro Bowls. Okay.
Yeah.
Which I know making the Pro Bowl nowadays, not what it used to be, but still.
It's so hard. It's so hard to watch.
Still. And not only that, potentially an all-decade team. That's what Larry Fitz did too.
Yep.
Only thing he didn't do was a Super Bowl. You know,
Courtesy of the Pittsburgh Steelers, but
yes. Sorry, Larry Fitz, love you, but it was the one for the other finger, I guess, the other thumb, whatever appendage that you'd like to put that on. But
yeah,
so
almost.
Yeah, go ahead.
Almost did get James Harrison not to score a touchdown, but sorry.
Change the game, buddy. Change the game like that. But yeah, your thoughts here, Marvin Harrison. You worried about him at all? To me, I'm not. Again, guy that's got a very good head on his shoulders, very good attitude, displayed all the skills you need to at Ohio State. Just needs to gel with his quarterback a little bit more. I know they weren't always on the same page last year, but to me, that you just need reps. You need reps, and I know Malik Neighbors apparently somehow thrived with Daniel Jones and Brian Thomas with Trevor Lawrence, but it just didn't, not right away with Kyler Murray.
Well, there's something with him with the side of cards, with the business side of. He did something. I didn't see the actual article listing out what he did. There's something with licensing contract that he screwed up and did something that he wasn't supposed to. That's fucking. It's whatever. It has nothing to do with
to some of the things that a lot of other players have done.
Yeah. That's more.
I think that was a bit of a technicality as well. Like it was.
Slap on the wrist from the agent, fucking, hey, you're cutting into my funds here, buddy. You know what I mean? But
don't
Kyler Murray's not
commission.
Yeah, but I don't think Kyler Murray's the most easy quarterback to play with. I mean, he's kind of different play style. I mean, Jesus, who was throwing him the ball at Ohio State, Trevor? CJ.
CJ.
So I don't know. I think as he develops more and gets used to the NFL game, I mean, he's right up there with Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr. without doubt.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And you have a Hall of Fame dad leading the way with you. It's going to be all right.
Yeah, talent did not skip a generation in that family. No. I can assure you.
No.
Again, just a matter of them getting reps, getting used to each other. Getting on the same page. Hopefully they put the hard work in and will continue to put the hard work in to do so in this upcoming season. Cardinals had a pretty good draft too, so they're looking up. I don't know if they're ready to be too competitive yet. Although might have an opportunity in that NFC West with Seattle's kind of in a weird spot. San Fran signed a bunch of guys. I know they're supposed to be good again, but Lord knows if injury is going to ravage them too. And the Rams are there. The Rams are going to be there. That's actually going to be pretty tough now that I think about it.
Yeah,
but still, always room to grow.
Yeah, and the keyboard warriors. Right before we move on here,
sure.
Also, his dad had a fucking Peyton Manning throwing the ball to him, so let's just
correct.
Just give him some time here.
And I'll give Peyton all the credit in the world. Always, sometimes they look like a dying duck, but they were always spot on.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. He had a mobile quarterback that wasn't mobile at all.
The least mobile quarterback of all time.
Him and Eli. Holy shit. I mean,
they can't run, man.
Both all
they didn't have to.
No. But I was waiting for this news. I knew it was going to be coming in this off season here. There's the motorcycle as always, fucking right at 8:30 all the time. But there's no doubt surrounding Nick Sirianni's status on the Philadelphia Eagles sideline this year. Got penned another multi-year contract extension here, announced by the team today. Trevor, this is a no-brainer to me. He just won you a Super Bowl. He's gone a lot of shit the whole time he's been in Philadelphia.
From us too.
But now I don't like how the media kind of depicts him though as not smart. A dumb what did I forget what Ty Schmidt called him? A big dumb dipshit. Yeah, that's what
Yeah. That's exactly correct.
I think it I don't know, proves to himself and proves to the media, hey, this guy can actually coach. I don't know.
He's a leader of men. What can you say?
Yes.
He might not have all the X's and O answers, might not have all the motivational answers, but when you put him in front of 53 gentlemen and ask him to lead them to the promised land, he delivers not once, but twice. Yeah. And, lost the one time, but made up for it with an absolute blowout of the Kansas City Chiefs in Super Bowl 59. Is that what we're on? 59? I guess what it was.
It's going to be 60.
Is it 60 this year?
I believe
60? I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it is. First Super Bowl is in 67? 67?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I could be wrong. We got it? Okay. It was 59? Good. I can count. I'm an accountant that can count.
I struggle with Roman numerals. I'm not going to.
Oh no, me too. Yeah, no, I don't do. I do integers. I don't do Roman numerals.
Yeah.
I barely do decimals. 2 decimal places. That's it. No more than that. You give me a 3 repeating, and I just no, not gonna happen. But anyway, Sirianni, well deserved.
Yeah,
well deserved. No qualms about it whatsoever. And I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, like his press conferences. Well done on the Eagles, on Howie Roseman, and we'll see where that leads them going forward. Hopefully, they keep him longer than they did Doug Peterson.
Yeah, no, and shout out to him as well. I know we talked about it around the Super Bowl time. His speech to actually one of the Bonnie kids that was down there doing press work. Grew up in Jamestown, about 45 minutes from where I'm at now in Olean. It doesn't matter where you grow up, you can make it. After that, I was like, okay, maybe this guy's he's not that bad. It's like,
he just does this to the crowd every now and then.
The crowd, he's, how do we say this, Trevor? He's not a blueprint coach. He's not a cookie cut coach. He kind of does his own shit talking.
Marches to the beat of his own drum.
Yeah. Like Cower.
Is not the typical cutout gingerbread cookie. He's one arm's longer than the other. His head's a little bit swollen.
Yeah. Do you see any coach? You see a little Coach Cower in him though when he gets chippy a little bit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he gets very. He's a little more. He's not as tactile with it as Cower was, I think. Not as much of a spitter either. He doesn't seem to be. And of course, the chin size. Cower's chin size is unmatched. I mean, his chin is bigger than your 2 cheeks combined.
It's
It's
and his brother has the same. It's the whole family. The whole cow family.
I know. I've seen pictures of his wife, God rest her soul, and his girls. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't want to get emotional on here. Watch his football life. But
read his book.
Yeah, we talked
read
about
his
Bill
book
Carr,
as well,
and we transition into the Ravens. Derrick Henry holds himself to an incredible. Derrick Henry holds himself to an incredible high standard. The Ravens are hoping that makes their investment in him worthwhile over the next 3 years. They signed him to a 2-year, $30 million extension. Henry officially signed on Monday, and that keeps him in Baltimore through 2027, age 33. Trevor, I'm just looking at this. Technically, he's the highest paid wide receiver right now, or running back right now.
Henry?
At 33. Are you interested? How interesting is that the Ravens say, hey, fuck, we're going to give you 30 mil at 33?
Well, no one wanted Derrick Henry last season.
Correct.
Lo and behold, Ravens jump at the opportunity, and he's one of the league leaders in rushing still.
I shit my pants when I saw that nose break. I'm like, fuck.
Signed through his age 33 season now. 2 years, 30. I believe that's fully guaranteed, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they do that? I'll answer your question with a question. Why wouldn't they do that? Wouldn't you do that? If Derrick Henry was on the Steelers right now, would you want him signed through his age 33 season, a couple more years, knowing what he did last season?
With the Steelers line or the Ravens?
We'll say Steelers still.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. It's
you're hesitant. Why are you hesitant? It's Derrick Henry.
Yeah. I just feel when you get above 30 running. I know he's
I understand, but there are anomalies.
Yes, he is definitely one. His workouts are fucking.
He's an anomaly.
Yeah.
Okay. He just defies the standards of the position.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a freak of nature. Let's call a spade a spade. He is a freak of nature.
Yeah.
I'd put him on my team right now. And if you're the Ravens, he did what he did last season, and then you let him walk. And then he goes, say, to a division rival, or he goes to the NFC, or he just goes somewhere else and literally does the same thing he did this season.
Right.
Wouldn't you have a little bit of a seller's remorse there?
I would have liked to bet 12 million.
12 million. God, you're just counting nickels now. You're just counting nickels now. I understand 3 million is a little bit more than a couple of nickels, but still.
Yeah, that price point, I'm like, whoa, okay. But yeah, no, I think
he had almost 2,000 yards last season.
You're right.
You can't, like you're not gonna not bring him back.
You're right.
It'd be stupid. 16 touchdowns too, by the way. Average, Matt, what is it? Yards per attempt, 5.9, highest in his career.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At age 30.
Yeah.
Hello.
I'm just worried. I'm worried.
Me too. I'm worried every time we play him. We somehow find a way to contain him. And then Lamar shreds us, but
yeah. Well, even Lamar before Derrick, that last game, we could not stop Lamar. But prior to Derrick getting there, we contained Lamar pretty good, I thought. And then
he didn't have Derrick Henry to hand it off.
And then Derrick comes, and then it just fucking shit ourselves. TJ still fucking running in there, even though he knows he's not getting the goddamn ball or holding on to the ball. Oh, it's all coming back. All right. Yeah.
You're doing this to yourself right now.
I know.
You're doing this to yourself right now. We were talking about Derrick Henry. We did not have to talk about the Steelers. I know I brought them up. But
Yeah.
you just go down this train track in your mind to the traumatic events of last season, which weren't even that traumatic.
I'll post this before we move over to the shit show, the Saints quarterback room. Do you think he can one-up himself from last season?
Derrick Henry?
Yeah.
That I don't know about.
Okay.
That I don't know about. But if he does 3/4 of what he did in 2024,
yeah,
I'm happy with that. To me, that's worth the money.
Okay.
It's worth every single cent.
Okay.
It's very, very tough to have this statistical of an anomaly and this just physical of an anomaly come along.
Yeah.
And him still being in good shape past the age where you're not supposed to be in good shape as a running back anymore.
Mm-hmm.
If you get 3/4 of that production, say 12 touchdowns and 1,500 yards, I'm still stoked.
Yeah.
I would kill for that right now for a Steelers running back.
Yeah. But switching over to this situation, something I didn't realize how bad it was. We talked a little bit about Derek Carr's retirement, but so Derek Carr retires. Now we look at the Saints quarterback room, and it's very interesting state. Second round rookie Tyler Shuck, he's 25. You could walk right into the starting gig. Then you got the youngest Spencer Rattler at 24, has the most NFL experience, and it's not very good. Better than I could do, but not with 6 starts last season. And then the oldest 2023 fourth rounder, Jake Hayner, and he's made 1 career start. I didn't even know he was still on the team.
I didn't know who he was until I read his name.
Right. So, but yeah, they interviewed Kellen Moore. He's talking about how different the QB room is compared to last year. But certainly here's a quote from him. Certainly there's times where if the opportunity presents itself, you feel like it's a really good fit. We would love to do it. In regards to adding a veteran, they just don't really have a veteran out there that they could go get, Trevor. Looking at it, except Rodgers. But as we go forward here, it's stated that they're not interested in Rodgers anymore. But who the fuck knows what this guy wants to do?
Why?
It's driving me nuts.
Why?
What do you mean?
Why? You're in one of the weakest divisions in football.
Correct.
You have an opportunity to go. I believe they have the cap space to go sign a veteran as well. You capitalize on Cam Jordan's and Alvin Kamara's primes at the end of their primes.
Yeah.
Maybe try and make something of this season.
Yes. Yeah.
It's kind of a similar situation to what the Steelers are in.
Mm-hmm.
You have these aging veterans who have been all world for you over the years, and you're just stuck in this mediocrity.
Yeah.
Again, calling a spade. Steelers are stuck in mediocrity. Saints stuck in a little bit worse than mediocrity.
Yeah.
Why not have a proven quarterback in there that you can just – and I know he might not be the greatest of like mentors to the next generation, but I don't know why they're not at least trying to pick up the phone and gauge his interest.
Right.
Because I know he seems to be just – classic Rodgers, keeping the spotlight on himself, just not making a decision until the 11th hour. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it at this point. His MO, anyway. I don't like it, but I understand it.
Yeah.
But to me, at least pick up the phone. And he could, no, screw you. But pick up the phone, at least.
Right. Yeah. I'm at a field camp right now. I'm trying to find myself. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Call us back in a month. Click.
Yeah. Wash the face paint off and whatever the fuck you're doing down there. Ayahuasca. Yeah. He walks in with
ayahuasca. Do you smoke that?
Well, so
or do you ingest that? I didn't watch his Enigma documentary yet.
There's a lot of ways you can do it. There's something it's a root, if I'm not mistaken. You can turn it into a powder, but you soak it in water and then drink it.
Oh, okay.
And then I think you could smoke it. There's a lot of, and then they're doing something with the frog venom. There's a lot.
Yeah, and I knew about the frog venom. That's a little.
Tyson's into that.
A little
shit,
outside.
so that puts anybody into perspective. Mike Tyson does it a lot.
I'll stay away from that then.
Yeah,
I'll stick to my tea.
But he walks into this. If he came into the Saints organization, NFC South, Trevor, he would be the best quarterback in that division, without a doubt.
Bar none.
Maybe Kellen Moore's just saying, "Hey, we'll stick to our guns here. We don't need to reach out to the hippie." I guess
Rodgers. I don't know. Maybe him and Rodgers don't get along. I don't know.
Okay, this is how fucked up my head. I just thought of it. He could go to the voodoo doctors down there. Like, that would be the place if Rodgers really wants to get into shit.
It's a perfect fit. It's a perfect fit.
Yeah. There you go.
You could hit up the swamps down there, man. Get all the natural herbs and supplements that you need. It's not that hard. They're not going to randomly drug test you. Well, the Saints aren't. The NFL might.
They sign him. This is hypothetical. They sign him. They're asking him, oh, he's not at the first week of camp. Where is he? He's with the voodoo doctor, hanging out in the bayous.
That's an excellent point, actually. That is an excellent thought.
That's fucking gold.
That's beautiful. I don't know. I'd like it.
Make it happen. Make it happen, New Orleans. Anyways, moving over. Holy shit. Transitioning here, the NFL owners, and then we're going to get to Trevor's segments of news. The NFL owners met today in regards to, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4 different potential rule changes or things they want to put in the forefront here in regards to the NFL and the NFL Players Association. So the first one, I think Trevor saw this as well. Playoff format could be changing. NFL revealed details of this proposal Monday night. Looks a lot like what Detroit Lions originally proposed in March. Under this proposal, 7 teams in each conference will make the playoffs, with 4 division champs and 3 wildcard teams. However, the big change is that the teams will be seeded by who has the best record, which that makes fucking sense. I don't know why.
You literally had a 14-win team in Minnesota have to go on the road and play a playoff game.
Right. It was bullshit.
Because Detroit was so damn good.
Well, yeah. But I hope that happens then I know this has been a hot take with the Eagles fans and all fans around. They hate this play. It's just because your team didn't figure it out like the Eagles did. But tush push could be banned. The NFL owners decided not to vote on this in March because the language in the rule proposal wasn't clear. But now the proposal has been slightly tweaked, and it seems there's at least chance that this could be passed. What the hell do they got here, Trevor? Oh, from 1920 through 2005, the NFL had a rule in place that banned players from pushing or pulling a runner in any direction. That essentially what the fuck is going on? What his new proposal calls for. And teammates can no longer assist a runner except by individually blocking opponents for him. So they can't fucking hit him in the back. It's not going to stop.
Stop the play. Just stop the play. Figure it out. Either stop the play or figure out how to do it better. You get a guy that can squat 600 pounds, is 6'5", 250, behind the best offensive line in football. You go get that. Again, I view this much more as a compliment to the Eagles and how they've perfected this thing.
Yeah.
Rather than a detriment to, I believe it was the Packers who proposed it.
Mm-hmm.
For breaking the unwritten rules of football, which in this case, it is kind of it's exactly that. It's not a rule.
Yeah. Are you thinking it's from the health side of it for the CTE? Because guys are still going to get smoked over the fucking middle. So I don't know. I don't get it.
Again, it was the Packers that proposed it. I don't know. I think it's just people can't stop this play.
Okay.
Like the Eagles could literally run this for 4 quarters, and it wouldn't be able to be stopped. As I said back in previous episodes, maybe put a limit on the situations that you can use it in, or maybe a limit on the amount of plays you can run, but don't just outright ban a play.
Right. I'd be shocked to shit if they actually banned.
That should be a thing. But what were the other rule proposals that were thrown out there?
Onside kick might be tweaked under the current rules. The team cannot only attempt, which I fucking hated this, can only attempt an onside kick in the fourth quarter. Even then, it can only be attempted if the team is trailing. Under this proposal, this new one, a team could declare an onside kick at any point in a game as long as they are trailing. So it wouldn't be pinpoint just to the fourth quarter. They could pull it out in the second, what have you. I don't understand why we did this as well. I hate this. There's no element to surprise now.
No, there's not. Yeah. Well, that changed with the rule going to what they had for the XFL. The formation going to what they had set for the XFL. And I understand player safety, concussions, all that good stuff. That's the most per capita amount of concussions that happen are on kickoffs.
Right.
I get that. I understand, why that's the case. So you kind of have to declare it now. Mm-hmm. And you're going to have to make these like middle of the road concessions in regards to these rules due to the player safety initiative and how strong it's developed over the last 15 to 20 years.
Yeah. And just the caveat to that, they line up currently on the 34-yard line. Now, under the new proposal, they would be able to line up 30 at the 35, which puts them 3 feet closer to possibly recovering the football.
It helps. Yeah. Ball's still got to go 10 yards. You can kind of deflect it, maybe get a bounce. Yeah. It would help.
Yeah.
It would help.
Yeah. And then last one here, NFL players will likely be allowed to participate in the 2028 Olympics. Now this is, I'm not even going to go through the whole fucking spiel again. I could see the only thing I have an issue, or I see they're going to be an issue with this, Trevor, is the owners freaking the fuck out about the players potentially getting injured while doing this flag football. Yeah. Feelings on that?
It's up to the players.
Okay, that's what
that's what players. You're going to have to. I don't know. You're probably going to have to put, if you don't want them to play in the flag football in the Olympics, probably got to put that in writing somewhere. I got to put that in the contract. We're going to have no Olympic clauses in contracts going forward, potentially. But I don't know. To me, it's up to the players. And if they get injured, they're losing out on money. They're losing out on playing time.
Correct.
So they're the ones taking a good bit of the risk. And I know the owners, you can cite lost revenue and all that good stuff, lost merchandise revenue, ad revenue, all that. Yeah. And, that could affect revenue sharing and blah, 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 blah. But I don't know. To me, with the current, like I said, with the current CBA, the way it is and the way the players are essentially, they're pretty well under the control of the organization that drafts them. Maybe kind of, you're going to have to make concessions with this upcoming CBA. So maybe that's one of the things that is going to be considered. And maybe that's one of the things that's, like I said, is going to be built into these newly signed contracts going forward, if it's not already.
Yeah. No, I agree. But that's all I had for news. I'll be back later with debate time. We'll go over to Trevor's news and segments.
Yeah. Contrary to a normal, what's more likely?
Yes.
I don't have any NFL stuff in this.
That's
one.
All right.
We're taking a brief departure from the National Football League, and we're going to give some attention where it's needed in the NBA, NHL playoffs, and of course in professional wrestling. But yeah, if you want to display the Chiron, my friend, we'll get started with what's more likely.
What's more likely with Trevor Dinsmore on this beautiful Tuesday night?
Thank you. good sir. Thank you, good sir. It's actually raining here, so it's not.
Oh, what the fuck?
It's beautiful. But
I apologize.
sorry. It's supposed to storm tomorrow. It's not.
What?
It's not
That Pittsburgh area's been getting slammed. Jesus.
I know, man. I know. If I lose power again, I'm gonna lose.
Oh,
Like mentally, I'm gonna lose.
all right.
But anyway, Lord willing,
Yeah.
that doesn't happen tonight.
Right.
It's only supposed to rain tonight, storm tomorrow. We're fine. We don't do a
Okay.
show on Wednesdays. We do it on Tuesdays, so we're
You're right.
good to go.
Yeah.
But anyway, going over to the basketball, got two very good NBA Eastern Conference Finals series, Knicks Pacers, and of course the Thunder and the Timberwolves. 4 teams that you don't really see a whole lot at this stage of the game, and teams that don't appear in the finals a whole lot, nor win the finals a whole lot. So
Right.
bit of a breath of fresh air that we don't see, the Lakers or the Celtics or teams like that have been here time and time again. These huge markets that just, keep raking in the titles.
Yes.
A little bit of breath of fresh air here. More likely to be the higher total in game 1 of the Knicks-Pacers series, though. Margin of victory, last I checked, the spread was 4 to the Knicks, or combined 3-pointers from Mr. Halliburton and Mr. Brunson.
So I'm going to go with the first.
Real quick before you answer, kudos to Triple H for scripting this, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
The Tyrese Halliburton and Jalen Brunson. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's going to be.
They wrote it.
It takes you back to Reggie Miller, John Starks, Patrick Ewing, what have you days.
Yes.
But I'll say I'll go with the first option because the second, Halliburton, he's been spotty. I believe.
Yeah. Yes.
Before the All-Star break, he was struggling a little bit. That's the only reason. I think that's the only reason I'm a little hesitant on that. But I'll go with the spread.
Okay. Now I'm going to go combine 3-pointers.
Okay.
I think these are all going to be like 5 to 10 point games, if not inside of that.
Okay.
So I'll take combined 3-pointers from Halliburton and Brunson, and just an FYI, to make 3-3-pointers, odds are for Halliburton plus 100 and then plus 104 for Brunson. So pretty much break even.
Yeah.
Spread being 4.
I'm interested. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a hell of a series, my friend. It's going to be a hell of a series. Believe that gets underway tomorrow night.
Yes.
Is it tonight? Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, Timberwolves and Thunder are playing now. Tomorrow night in the Garden at what are we at here? 8 p.m.
I might actually watch that.
I was going to say I'll actually be watching basketball tomorrow. There's no wrestling, so yeah, I'll have to have that on. And as it stands, spread is 4.5. So moved up to 4.5 from the original 4 for the Knicks.
Okay.
And just a quick sidebar,
if
I may. And oh no, excuse me, un momento, por favor.
Okay.
There's a certain someone.
Oh yes.
That I have to put on this eat list. And this is due to the fact that he did give a Pacers fan by the name of Hans Perez, who it was after a game in the Garden, was trashed by a bunch of Knicks fans that people threw garbage on him, teased him, all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Halliburton's inviting him to game 4, giving him and another compadre of his a hotel and tickets to the game in Indianapolis, Indiana. Just as well, pick Jey Uso to kick the shit out of Logan Paul on Saturday night's main event.
Yep.
Tyrese Halliburton, Uso are going on the Buckle Up with the Boys Yeet list.
He's a volunteer.
It's going to take a minute to write, so bear with me.
Yep. He's a volunteer firefighter, though, folks. Yeah.
What, Hans Perez?
Oh, yeah. People are pissed.
I did not know that, actually. I didn't catch that before the interview. Okay. Yeah. All right. Good on Hans. Excellent. But moving on, more likely series to go to 6 games. Exactly 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
Thunder Timberwolves or Knicks Pacers. Pretty similar odds, plus 225 on the Thunder Timberwolves series, on the Knicks Pacers series, plus 220.
Just feeling the Knicks Pacers.
Exactly 6 games in that one?
Yep.
That would mean the Knicks close it out in Indianapolis.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to go the opposite again and say Thunder Timberwolves. I think Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert, those guys are good enough to put up a fight, but SGA, Chet Holmgren, those guys are just too good right now.
Yeah.
So if I had to pick the series to go to lesser games, it's going to be Thunder Timberwolves, and as such, I'll pick it to go to exactly 6 between these two.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Player more likely to record a triple-double in the Thunder and Wolves series. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or Anthony Edwards. And single game odds for this, plus 3,800 for SGA, plus 4,000 for Anthony Edwards. Those are your game one triple-double odds.
I'm going to have to go Shai.
I was thinking Shai as well.
Yeah.
Not much of a distributor is Edwards.
No.
Scorer.
No.
He's a scorer.
Yeah. And Shai just controls the ball. I think more.
Yes.
Anthony does too, but yeah, he's putting that fucker in the hoop. He ain't worried about it.
Right. No, absolutely.
I mean, he'll pass, and he's not. But
yeah. Shai works a little bit, from my understanding, a little bit more on the perimeter as well. That's where you tend to kind of facilitate things. And Anthony Edwards much more of a drive guy.
Yeah.
Blow by you, which he can do to anyone.
Oh yeah,
anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Moving over to hockey, real quick. Yep. I don't know if you've been keeping up with that. I know you're not. You're not too big a hockey guy. Yeah, no, I got you. So we got the Florida Panthers are back in contention in their Eastern Conference Finals of the NHL semifinals, whatever you want to call it. And then you got the Panthers versus the Canes, and on the other side you got Connor McDavid and the Oilers facing off against Jake Ottinger, Jamie Benn, all those good guys on the Dallas Stars. We're kind of blowing shit up right now. Beat the Avalanche and then beat who they just beat? They beat the Winnipeg Jets.
Oh, okay.
So pretty impressive run that they're on right now. Most likely NHL Stanley Cup Finals matchup between those 4 teams. Panthers Oilers, that's at plus 220. Panthers Stars at plus 250. Canes Oilers at plus 270, or Hurricanes and Stars at plus 300. All very, very close. And these two series, I think, are going to be pretty entertaining. It's going to be a pretty entertaining NBA and NHL semifinals here.
I'll probably go with the second one, Trevor.
I was with the Panthers and Stars as well, actually. Yeah, it's just the Panthers' time of year. This is where they get hot, no matter what they do in the regular season. And the Stars are just Ottinger's playing out of his mind.
Yep.
Anytime you get a goaltender playing out of his mind, you can make a cup run.
Oh, yep.
And they got Rantanen playing out of his mind too. So, yeah, okay. I could definitely see that. Destiny for the Panthers, and just on a tear being the Stars.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Good shit.
Yeah.
Good shit. You know, watch any of it? I know you're not much of a hockey guy.
Probably not. That's why I didn't say about it.
No, I got you.
Then you take lead there. I'm like, all right, yeah, whatever. Figure it out.
No, I've been loosely keeping track. Unfortunately, did get booted from my fantasy playoffs league. I put a lot of chips on a lot of Capitals, and they got spelled 4-1 by the Canes. So, wasn't fun. Was not fun.
No.
As they say, you live and you learn.
Right.
At least the Leafs aren't in the conference finals. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Right.
Which, by the way, I did see an interesting stat. I think it was since the 04-05 NHL lockout, the lowest 2 teams it might be the lowest 2, but the lowest 2 teams in terms of playoff series won, I believe, are the Buffalo Sabres and the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Maple Leafs have 2, the Sabres have 4. And the Sabres have not been to the playoffs since 2011.
Yeah. stuff.
Good on you, Toronto. Good on you.
You know,
The mustachioed wonder Austin Matthews misses out on another shot at a Stanley Cup. Nothing brings more joy to my eyes than, either that or watching the Boston Bruins lose or not make the playoffs at all. Can't stand them. Can't stand them.
Yeah.
Nothing in hockey pleases me more. But anyway, we got a pseudo premium live event this Saturday coming up. Saturday night's main event.
Yep.
More likely match to be a quote unquote banger at said event. You got Punk and Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, or the steel cage match between Priest and McIntyre.
So, and I'm not just doing this because I love Punk. I'm going to say that one.
Okay, Punk and Zayn versus Rollins and Breaker. Okay. Explain.
Caveat is because it's the cage match is not as it was when we were kids. They took the safety precautions, what have you. Now, if it was like fucking Hell in the Cell back in the day, oh, yeah, I'm taking that one. But
Punk and McIntyre did Hell in a Cell last year.
Oh, yeah. That's right when I got, I think, into it. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't get the same. I don't get excited like I used to. I don't know what the hell it is.
Interesting. So you're just more looking forward to the traditional tag match.
You got, I think, the four superstars going at it. I mean, that's going to be.
Yeah, four kind of main guys on Raw right now, I would say, for the top guys.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Naturally, I'm going to pick the cage match.
Yeah.
It just seems that Priest and McIntyre, they have that Punk McIntyre chemistry from back, and even the Rollins Cody chemistry. It's just natural. There's like doesn't look like there's any effort put into it. Like they just go out there and perform and put on dazzling match after dazzling match. We saw that with the 4-way for the U.S. title at the last Premium Live event, Backlash. McIntyre and Priest kind of had their own thing with, of course, that ending with McIntyre going through some tables, courtesy of a South of Heaven.
Yep.
Imagine a South of Heaven from the top of the cage.
That'd
be tough to do. That'd be a little bit tough to do. That'd
be fucking awesome.
I'd love that. I'd absolutely love that. I don't know. I have faith in Priest and McIntyre's chemistry. I think they're gonna steal the show. I'll say it right now. I think they're gonna steal the show. If they put that match on first, good luck following it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just seeing how McIntyre's gonna get fucked over. That's guy always
maybe not. Maybe not.
I can't believe they had him losing Scotland.
It could be one of those things where it's like it doesn't really matter who wins, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like it was kind of like the Punk McIntyre feud. I mean, people remember the 3 bangers of matches, but they don't really remember that Punk won 2 out of those 3.
Right.
So,
right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, just my thoughts. Thoughts. Going to continue with the wrestling as we transition segments to Yeet or No Yeet.
Hell yeah.
I polished off my beverage. I'm going to get another one here.
155, right, Trevor? 155 pounds.
What?
Pounds.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, 155, 160, something like that.
All right. Yeet or no yeet, with Trevor Dinsmore weighing in at 155 pounds, soaking wet from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the home of the champions. Trevor Dinsmore, yeet or no yeet?
Home of the one, the only Olympic gold medalist in professional wrestling.
Fuck, I miss him too.
I do too. Wish he took better care of his body.
God, right.
Yeah. God bless him. But anyway. Moving off of the PLE for a second, Saturday night's main event, moving over to SmackDown. We got a new tag team over on SmackDown in recent weeks. by the names of Nathan Frazier and Axiom, colloquially known as Fraxium. And I don't know if you've watched any of their tag matches. They are lightning fast. They just bounce all over the ring and do this flippy dippy bullshit, along with some emotion built in. However, they are another babyface tag team. And as it stands right now, we have 3 primary babyface tag teams. On SmackDown, we only got 1 heel tag team. So even though that SmackDown division, that tag division, is white hot right now, I'm loving everything that's coming out of that division, except for the fact that we need another heel tag team over there. Yeet or no yeet?
Another heel tag team? Yeah, yeet.
Okay, yeah.
No, we need bad guys. Yeah,
we do. You need the balance of good versus bad. I mean, I guess the Profits are kind of like anti-heroes right now, but they're face.
Yeah.
DIY's the heels, Motor City Machine Guns is face, and Fraxium faces. I don't know who else you could toss into that spot. I don't know if you could bring up another NXT tag team. I don't know. There's a lot of good tag teams at the NXT level right now too, but a decent bit of them are baby faces. Honestly, I kind of brought up that question just more of as a brain teaser, more just kind of picking your brain rather than offering any actual solutions, because I don't know what you could do. You could maybe just turn the Profits full on heel, then you have 2 and 2, or
I just want them to go back to, and it's no offense to any of the tag teams, but I want, I hope this match on Saturday with Punk and Zayn and Breaker and Rollins, I hope that opens the door. I want mega superstars in a tag team, like back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking?
Yeah.
Fucking, the hell did we have? We had HBK, Sean, or HBK
and Hunter.
H.
John and
and you had Ray and Eddie. You had those fucking. I want that. I want that shit.
Even had Stone Cold and Triple H for a time.
Yeah, I mean, Flair and
Rock
Randy.
and Stock Connection.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Randy and Edge. Yeah.
I mean, Jericho and Edge. I mean, Hardy brothers.
Jericho and Big Show as well. Yeah, Jericho.
One of the most unique ones. I remember that.
Underrated.
Yes.
Underrated, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the dynamic of the little gnome of Jericho kind of being the puppet master to the giant that is. I don't know. I thought they were underrated for the time. I thought they had some bad booking. But
yeah. No, but that's just my thought on it. No disrespect. I love the high flying, crazy shit they do. I just miss that.
Yeah. No, it's pretty spectacular. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Just a side note, I think you need to get Penta and Ray Fenix back together as the Lucha.
Oh yeah.
You probably can't turn them heel. I don't think the fans will let that happen.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much you probably didn't watch any AEW. Penta does have this alter ego, his dark side, Penta Oscuro.
Oh, okay.
Kind of came out to, like a graveyard type of scene, carried a staff of some sort. He did some heel stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Don't want to pull that trigger too soon. I mean, Penta's super popular right now, but
right.
Something you could experiment with this character going forward.
Yeah.
You could throw, I don't know, maybe you could throw Nakamura and somebody together. Nakamura's not really doing anything right now. Throw him in a tag team.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of spitballing.
Yeah.
Anyway, can we talk about this John Cena match for a second?
Yeah.
What are your initial thoughts on it? Him facing R-Truth, wanting to beat some sense into his childhood hero on Saturday night.
Who the hell knows? It's just as the days go on, I just hate John Cena more, and it just fucks with my brain. So, R-Truth, whatever, just
whatever.
Yeah,
no words. You're speechless.
I just
stupid? Is it?
I just
what are we doing here? Are we wasting a match on John Cena's final run? Like,
I think so.
Give me something.
I think it's a waste.
Really?
Yeah.
What makes it a waste?
Let's get these. I don't know. This is going to be really fucked up, Trevor. I would love to see the Miz face John Cena. I don't know why I thought about that.
Miz is heel right now. It's probably not gonna.
I know. I just want more guys kind of that cross paths with him through his career. He's just knocking them dominoes down as he goes, and it's like, oh shit, okay, he's actually ruining wrestling. Like everybody that they love, he's fucking up like that. Or truth, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of fair.
That's
kind of fair.
He's just there. He's kind of like the side guy. I don't mean to be a dick to him.
He's funny.
Good. He is funny. I like that he comes out and raps his own shit. I mean, that's yeah. Hung out with Biggie and Tupac back in the day. Didn't know that until one of the interviews. So what the fuck? Okay, some ties there.
Is that the Van Vliet interview, Chris?
Yeah.
Is it that one? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I still got to watch that in full. I saw that clip, but I got to watch that in full.
Yeah. But yeah, that's just I don't know. It's whatever.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I don't know. It's R-Truth's childhood hero. And they crossed paths before, back in 2011, and they actually wrestled for the WWE title at one point.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Pretty decent rivalry back in the day.
Okay.
Back when, R-Truth was taken a little bit more seriously than he is now.
But
anyway, a lot of people on the internet saying that what you just said, this might be a bit of a waste on John Cena's final run, and it could just be entirely a squash match just needed to build up John Cena's heel character.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna test you the other way on it. Yeet or no yeet, this match between John Cena and R-Truth will not be a squash match. It'll actually be a decently competitive match. R-Truth's gonna pull some shit out of the hat. Make it somewhat competitive in that maybe McAfee and Gunther were competitive, Yeah. Like Gunther kicked his ass, but, there were some spurts where you thought McAfee had a chance.
Yeah, I'll go yeet there.
Yeah?
You're going to have to.
Optimistic of you. Look at you.
You're going to have to. You got to make it, or people are going to fucking just not pay attention. You got to try to make it interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I'm going to fucking turn it off. I'm not going to lie to you. If it sucks, I'm going to be like, fuck this. I'll wait 10 minutes, then turn it back on.
No, I got you. I'm going to swerve you a little bit and say no, yeet. I think this is going to be a squash.
Okay.
It's going to last maybe a few minutes, and that's how John Cena ruins wrestling. He gives us a nothing burger of a match. In the most John Cena way, heel John Cena way possible. Just stone face the whole time, gives him AA after AA after AA. Eventually pins him, and then just walks out of the ring with the title on the back of his waist.
Right. I can see it.
I mean, he wants to ruin wrestling. Nothing better for that than giving us a bad match. And a bad match by design.
Yeah.
Could really play into that.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts. Switching. Oh, go ahead. You had more?
They better not give him soft tosses here on out. Because that'll fucking.
They won't.
Okay.
They won't. No, this is gonna be to build up his ruining wrestling mantra and hopefully build that heel character of his even more.
Okay.
I tell you who else I want him to wrestle though is AJ Styles again.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. AJ can still go. I think he's like 47 or 48. They're actually him and Cena are pretty similar in the age.
Yeah.
But they can obviously still. We saw Styles last night with Penta.
Yeah.
Stealing the show yet again, as AJ Styles can do.
Yep.
I think, you brought up an old skeleton with Randy Orton. Bring up another old skeleton with AJ Styles. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Maybe Punk as well. Maybe. Punk's kind of busy right now, but maybe.
Yeah.
If there's some event in Chicago, maybe you can do that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
But switching back to the NFL for a second and talking more on this Caleb Williams situation, not going to delve into it as much as we did earlier, but I want to take it from a different angle for a second here. Whether it will be more restrictive or player friendly, this whole Caleb Williams situation with him and his dad trying to dodge the draft so he doesn't go to the Bears is going to have much more of an effect on the next CBA than we realize right now. It's going to linger until 2030 when this next CBA is up. So we got 5 years for this to fester.
Yeah, I'll go yeet because there's a similar situation. Cannot remember the kid's name. It's going on right now with one of the draft picks. Fuck me. I am not prepared, Trevor. Hold on here. I believe it's a linebacker.
It's not Salon Walker, is it?
I don't think so.
No.
Draft. Hold on here.
Is it a Texas A&M guy?
Demetrius Knight.
Oh, so yeah. Okay, yep. I saw a little post and write up on that. Nothing, not an in-depth article or anything though. Just a headline more or less.
He's pissed off about the guaranteed money not being compared to the same draft choice last year that the guy got, and he's wanting that money, and that's why he's holding out. Wants the same amount of guaranteed. So
I wonder if
you're gonna have a fucking problem.
I think position plays a factor in that. No,
I
don't recall off the top of my head what overall pick he was, but
I don't know. I can find that, but it's the same position linebacker. But hold on, what?
Okay. Well, I mean, like same position in the draft and same position like on the field.
Yeah.
Like, does he wants the same compensation of a similarly drafted linebacker or the same like draft pick? Whether he was, let's say he was picked like 20th, like he wants what the 20th guy had last year.
I think so. That's the case.
Okay. Yeah. My guess would be, and again, this is purely a guess. I haven't read too much on that, just a headline. Yeah. My guess would be it's a positional thing.
Yeah. And we're talking over.
Who did he get drafted by? Refresh my memory, please.
Bengals.
There you go.
49th pick overall.
That's all you need to
know. That's the replacement.
Very frugal organization. Well, selectively frugal, I should say. Not frugal with their wide receivers or quarterbacks, but when it comes to their defense, frugal is probably being nice.
Right. And we talked, this guy looked like it was going to be the replacement for Trey in a sense. And they're giving him a fucking hard time over the contract. Whatever.
They don't want a defense, man. They just don't want a defense.
No. I didn't mean to make it long-winded there, but I was like, yeah, there's some shit going on. You know.
Yeah. You're good. A leaf just fell outside your window. That was kind of nice.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
That was nice to watch. I kind of saw that. I was like, is that a bug? No, that's a leaf. It's a leaf.
Yeah.
Cool. I like it. So in light of these recent extensions by the 49ers and the Eagles, obviously the Eagles extending Nick Sirianni, 49ers, again, making Fred Warner the highest paid linebacker in the NFL. Second time in Fred's career that has happened. Signing Brock Purdy, signing George Kittle. I think that this is going to send the Eagles and the 49ers in opposite directions. Eagles go this way and Niners go this way. Mm-hmm. And I know what are you thinking? Trevor, the Eagles just won a Super Bowl. I know that.
Right.
We're looking for a dynasty to replace the Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
Eagles,
I'm going to go
Niners.
I'm going to go yeet on that.
Mild or heavy? It's mild. That seemed like a mild one.
If we have the same production we had last year, I'm going to go heavy. And I'm going to say this. Shanahan's out of a job in 2 years.
Ooh.
Lynch ain't fucking around. He was pissed last season.
No.
There's weapons hurt, and he's still balls to the wall.
Oh yeah.
So that's where I'm at with it. I see a same thing with what they did with Harbaugh. Hey, you're not doing enough. Get the fuck out of here.
Cut ties, yeah.
And it should line up that Tomlin might retire and Shanahan could be our coach.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed.
Yeah. There's
great.
A fucking storyline. That's what I think is going to happen. 2 years, he's out.
How long's Tomlin's contract extended until?
3 years.
3 years, including this year?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay. Interesting thought.
Yeah.
I'll say yeet as well.
Okay.
Got too many eggs in two little baskets.
Mm-mm.
You're the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
Eagles, they just continue to draft well. Like I said, Sirianni's just an absolute dog when it comes to being a leader of men. You got Hurts, you got Barkley, you got that white cornerback Cooper DeJean, for Christ's sake. Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and all the rest.
I think what opened my eyes is when they let Debo walk. Like, okay. This is now interesting here.
Yeah.
I know he's injury prone, but he was your guy. So.
I think that's just a side effect of being on the 49ers is you become injury prone.
Well,
sorry.
And if Christian's fucking what? It would have been 23 season. If anybody out there didn't think he was going to get hurt at some point, you're out of your mind. Like, fucking guy was the whole team.
Overall in a lot of leagues. A lot of fantasy leagues, including mine.
Yeah. Yep.
Thankfully, I wasn't drafting first.
Right.
I think I was like sixth.
Yeah.
I was good to go.
Yep.
That was good to go. So can't get through this week without talking about the release of the NFL schedule.
Yes.
And, of course, the prominent games on the Steelers schedule, other than your division games. We lead off against the Jets. Might play up the Aaron Rodgers storyline there, and international game against the Vikings and what have you.
Yeah.
To me, none of that mumbo jumbo matters. The Steelers are probably going to go 10-7 still. Yeet or no yeet. And you can no yeet me on this one if you want and say, oh, they're going to go 12-5.
No yeet.
Okay.
The back half is not.
I'm a fan, diehard, but I'm a realist.
The only reason I say that back half last season, holy shit! I mean,
god awful,
and it doesn't look that bad this year, so that's why I'm a little more confident.
Didn't look that bad coming into last season.
Yeah. Fuck. When you look back, just 5 games skid. I'm like, oh my fuck.
Yeah. That was rough.
Yeah.
Not a fun watch.
No. God damn it.
Weren't we 10-3 at one point?
Yeah. 10-2? No.
3.
10-3. Okay. But then it was a 4-game skid. My apologies. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, 5 if you count the playoff game.
Yes, 5. Yeah. Shit show.
Yeah. God awful.
Yeah.
God awful. Okay. No.
Russ forgot how to throw a fucking ball. All right. Anyways, we're not going back there.
You've dealt with enough trauma from the 2024 season tonight. This isn't a therapy session.
Right.
It kind of is. I'm holding a pen. I have a legal pad. It kind of is a therapy session.
Here, let me lay on. Hey, let me put this chair back, and I'll just
look at the ceiling. Hang on.
Yeah, here. We'll go fucking Tony Soprano here. Look at.
Do you have to whack a guy this week?
Yeah. Jesus. Oh. That's good shit.
All right. Anyway, moving on to on a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked?
Shit.
No Steelers trauma this time, okay?
No.
We're not talking about them.
You know. On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? How fucked are they with Trevor Dinsmore?
Nice tagline.
You know,
You just come up with that?
I'm
Off the dome?
drinking coffee. If I got coffee nearby, I'm all right.
What kind of coffee?
I just stopped at McDonald's to get a coffee. I don't know. I was
Just
great.
a cafe.
I don't know what the fuck. I don't even like the shit.
Is that Taylor's choice or yours?
No, I just stopped. I saw on the app we had a free coffee. I was like, oh, okay. I don't
You
even
just got the free coffee and
Yeah. Yeah, the guy's like, oh, that's it?
Yep.
I said, yeah. What's that? It's like, what? I'm going to rip you out of the fucking drive-through window. I mean, that's all I wanted, sir. I mean, what?
wanted you to get a burger, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair
Whatever.
enough. Well, in case anybody else wondered.
I see like me.
Yeah, of course. I'd still had some left. I'm going into the office tomorrow. I'll stop at Sheets on the way home. I'll get some.
Hell yeah.
But anyway, sticking with the NFL for a second here and revisiting the NFL owners meetings that are taking place as we speak. On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? The NFL and the Packers for still reconsidering this tush-push rule.
I'm going to go a solid 9.
Okay.
I don't want to give it a 10.
Okay. Me neither. That's why I'm at an 8.
Yeah.
I was at a 10 a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Then things calmed down. And now they're I was at probably like a 4 or 3, and now I'm back up to an 8. I might get to a 10 if they pass that. They need 24 votes out of 32, but
yeah. I'm trying to think of if we're going to get to that point, and I'm targeting a team here, the Ravens. If we ban the tuck rule, then we need to ban the RPO. That's where I'm at. Because you can't master the play.
not a horrible thought. Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, the thing is, RPO is somewhat stoppable, right?
Yeah.
It's a little bit more stoppable than a 250-pound, 6'5" dude that can squat 600 pounds and has legs as big as my torso.
Right.
It's a little bit more stoppable than that. I think that's the main concern. But again, like, let's figure out how to stop it, man. You're banning this because one team does it better than everybody else.
Yeah.
That's what it always goes back to for me. I'm like, one team has absolutely mastered this play.
Yeah.
And it's a legal play. You can run this play yourselves. The Bills tried it. It didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
The Packers tried it. It didn't really work.
They fucked it up. The Bills fucked it up. That's.
I know they fucked it up because they had one guy pushing them.
Well,
you need like a 3-back thing back there and getting a rugby stance. They had wide receivers lined up for a tush push.
Well, he fucking hit it. And I'm like, Josh, why are you going to the left? You're 6'5". Just fucking. He do that little step to the left and then go.
He always did that.
Fuck. I have a question for you. I don't mean to ask a question within the fucking thing. Do you think with Casey Hampton at nose tackle, Troy could jump over that fucking pile and stop this? I thought about this today.
Did it with Kerry Collins, did he not?
He did. I would love to see that.
I think he could. I mean,
okay.
I don't know.
Because Jesus talks that's what Taylor said.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus is talking to Troy. Oh,
okay. He's got the
best.
He's always doing this on the sidelines.
But and then I gotta let Trevor go here. I apologize.
I was gonna say we quit bringing up the Steelers because we keep going on these tangents, whether it's traumatic or whether it's reminiscent. You keep bringing up the Steelers, and then we go down the last one.
When Willis McGahee gets fucking drilled by Ryan Clark, Go back and watch that if you're a fan of football. And they pan to Troy. He's doing the fucking. So it's one of the greatest. All right, it's one of the greatest clips.
You good? You got it out?
Yeah, we're done.
You got it out. You sure?
We're done with the Steelers. Yep.
Done?
Till debate time. Yeah. Yep.
Cross your heart?
Yep. Hope to die.
Okay. You better not be crossing your fingers with the other hand.
Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Good. All right. Anyway, moving back off of football, we're going to be jumping around a little bit with this edition of On a Scale of 1 to 10, Are They Fucked?
Oh, yeah.
Even going into the WNBA for a quick second, because we have something we got to talk about there. We have tea over there, too.
Hell
yeah. Logan Paul on Saturday night's main event.
Oh.
When he faces off with Jey Uso.
10.
The Yeet Meister. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's going to get kicked right in the chops. 10.
He did on Monday, but then Logan got the last laugh, knocked him out for the 4th time.
Yeah.
Which tells me that, there's some retribution coming. At least three super kicks coming Logan's way on Saturday.
Now, if the brass knuckles get involved, I'm going to be pissed.
Oh, one of his fucking stooges shows up from under the ring.
Pissed me off at WrestleMania. I'm like, get this fucking loser out here.
And of all people, Karrion Kross came through.
It was such a mind fuck. Yeah.
Kross was from Vegas.
Yeah. But it's like
hometown. But still a good match. But yeah, that's it's an easy 10. It's an easy 10. The Yeet Meister. Oh. Hopefully setting up a rematch with him and Gunther. I think that would be good.
Love to see it.
Which I do want to get your thoughts on this. What do you think of Gunther's promo on Logan Paul? Calling him a non-wrestler, saying that he would eat him alive in the ring.
All about it.
Yeah. Gunther was getting pops there for a second in between the chance of you tapped out.
Yeah. Speaking the truth. I'll leave it pissing people off. Because you could say...
Go ahead.
You could say McAfee's, but he's a commentator, so you can't really come after him. It's like Cole, if Cole stepped in the ring. I don't like the Hollywood YouTuber fucking shit coming in there, making it, I don't know. He's talented as all hell, I'll say that. But it's just... Sure.
You
look at Cena, Lesnar's journey, The Rock's, The Rock's not a good example now because he went fucking Hollywood, but
he did Hollywood after wrestling.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Okay.
He did wrestling first.
Yeah. Stone Cold, you look at his journey, that was a shit show. He almost wasn't in WWF. So I don't know. Can't put him in all-time grades if he turns out to have a career. It's that caveat.
YouTube. I get that. That and he only wrestles once a month. Which I know he's got other business ventures. He's got stuff he's got to stay healthy for, but
yeah. I just think he's a douche.
He is a bit of an ass clown.
I can't stand his
I like his theme song though. It fits him. I like it in that it fits him.
Yeah. I don't even know why they give him the Maverick fucking you're Logan.
It's like Tom Cruise back in the day. He called himself the Maverick. Logan Paul calls himself the Maverick. Yeah. If I may quote Johnny Lawrence from Cobra Kai here for a second, yes. You can't call yourself the fucking Maverick.
You can't.
It's got to be given to you a little bit.
Correct.
Yep.
That's right.
And that's another thing that kind of bites me about it. But anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, we can go on and on here if we want to. But as of last night, Mets are kind of struggling a little bit. And now Juan Soto's getting called out for not hustling. I believe he had a 400-foot single not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they dropped 2 of 3 in the Subway Series. They're 5-5 in their last 10 games.
Yeah.
How fucked are they? On a scale of 1 to 10.
They've been fucked from Bobby ever since Bobby, but I'll go 10 here.
A 10? No, this season's prospects, they're fucked for the Mets.
Oh,
the Mets.
No.
Not in general.
Yeah.
Because I know who you want to piss off by saying that. But within the context of this season.
Oh, 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I was here. I was still,
okay.
Just a minor bump in the road. That's all.
Did catch some of the, I think I don't know what fucking night it was, but Soto trying to shake Judge's hand. I did thoroughly enjoy him ignoring him. That was
what happened there?
He was jogging out, I guess, during warm-ups, and Judge was just doing, quad feet touches, whatever the hell it is. And he just ignored him and then jogged back. Soto jogged back into the dugout because Judge didn't want to say hello to him.
Okay, just no-sold him, and then
he just, I'll send it to you. It's fucking hilarious. It's like, you left me, motherfucker.
Yeah. I didn't see that. I just saw the results of the games, and I knew they lost 2 of 3 in pretty stark fashion in those couple losses.
Yeah, I'll send you that. Yeah, it's good shit.
Please do. Please do.
Yeah.
I'll enjoy that.
Yeah.
But yeah, out of 4, not too concerned.
Okay.
Not too concerned. On a scale of 1 to 10, is this fucked? The longevity of the 2024 White Sox all-time worst record. 41-121 could easily be broken by the Colorado Rockies, who, by the way, are on a 28-134 record pace over 162 games. As it stood last night, 8-38. Started 7-33. Fired their manager. They've had 3 separate losing streaks of 8+ games this season. It is horrifically bad.
Yeah.
What this Colorado Rockies team is doing to baseball right now. I mean, people are legitimately saying replace them with the AAA team.
Yeah.
It's kind of nutty, but on a scale of 1 to 10, is it fucked? The longevity of the all-time worst record in Major League Baseball history might only last a year.
A 10. That's bad.
Think how many games do you think the Rockies are going to win? If you just had to, I don't know. I know you're not a baseball guy, but if you just had to guess, are we going to go over or under that 28-134 mark?
It might go under here.
Under 28 wins.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I didn't realize. I saw clips. It's fucking bad. I didn't realize.
I know it's bad. Yeah.
Charlie Blackmon's still there? No?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think he retired a couple of years ago.
Yeah. I was going to say, he's probably at the point he's going to shave his fucking beard so people can't recognize that he plays for the Rockies.
No, he retired after last season.
Yeah, that's probably smart. Good on you, Charlie. Anyways, got
out of there just in time.
What a fucking shit show. Yeah. Fuck, I remember us talking about the A's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is bad. Terrible.
The A's are around 500 now. I know they lost a few games in a row, but
how bad is the stands looking? Is it?
Let me pull that up here real quick.
Because their attendance has to be
cratered, more cratered than the moon. They're 8-39 now. They must have lost last night. 20.5 games back of the LA Dodgers.
Jesus.
Which, for reference, the Padres, Giants, and Diamondbacks are all within 3 games in the AL West, or the NL West. Excuse me.
Terrible product.
3-22 on the road, 5-17 at home. Easily the worst run differential in the league at -150. They are the only team in triple digits.
Jesus
negative.
Christ. Woo. Changes are going to be made, I hope.
Ironically, though, they do have more runs scored than the Pirates by 12.
Jesus Christ.
So they're beating us in that regard.
Holy shit.
However, Pirates have only given up 210 runs. The Rockies have given up 305.
Jesus.
Next closest is the Miami Marlins with 274 runs given up. It's pretty bad.
Makes you sick.
Yeah. Currently at a 170 win percentage. 17% of their games. It's basically one every 6.
God damn it.
Yeah.
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 All right. Well, if anybody knows any Rockies fans, check on them. Jesus.
Put them on suicide watch.
Yeah, they're probably going to the 4th floor, pal. Jesus.
Not good.
I hear voices. I hear it. What's going on, Tommy? The Rockies. Can't take it anymore.
Just realized I haven't really given an answer to this question. Yeah, I'll say like an 8. Right, I'm probably like an 8 right now. That might change in the coming weeks. But
yeah.
Anyway, we got to talk about the WNBA for a second, and of course, we can't talk about the WNBA without talking about the main rivalry that has encompassed that organization right now: Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
In a recent game between the Fever and the Sky, which turned out to be a blowout for the Fever, by the way. Caitlin Clark was a sharpshooter, and as always, Fever won 93-58, blowout.
Yep. But
in the third quarter, there was a hard foul from Clark on to Angel Reese, and a lot of controversy was stirred up about that. But thankfully, both women said, this was a basketball play. Should it have been called a flagrant? Yeah, maybe. But, ultimately it was a basketball play. It didn't obviously affect the outcome of the game. Mm-hmm. And I think the rivalry did kind of grow a little bit, but not as explicitly as we might have assumed. But before I get to my question, I do want to put somebody, I mean somebody, on the Buckle Up with the Boys shit list. Because it did come out, and as it stands, the WNBA has executed a probe into the actions of a certain heckler that allegedly made some derogatory comments toward Angel Reese. Caitlin Clark and the rest of the Indiana Fever, while they didn't hear the comment, they are in full support of the probe against the Angel Reese heckler. Saying that something along the lines of, if there's no room for that in our game, no room for racism in our game. The obvious thing to say in that situation. So good stuff there. But who I want to put on the shit list is that heckler.
Yeah.
Because I don't like Angel Reese. I don't. I'm she's a brick house when it comes to shooting the basketball and inflate your stats, all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. But you make derogatory comments like that in public, not to the point where the WNBA has to execute a probe and find out who the hell you are so they can call you out and ban you from attending their games ever again.
Yeah.
Seems like you might have done something wrong.
Yeah.
And God forbid that those derogatory comments were,
I think racist, we know where they went. Yeah.
Potentially misogynistic. Investigation's ongoing. But regardless, Angel Reese heckler.
Yeah.
You're on the Buckle Up with the Boys shit list. No room for that attitude in any sport.
Yeah.
Let alone the WNBA.
Yeah.
But back to my, on a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked question? Angel Reese's flopping abilities. Fucked meaning bad in this case.
8, 7.
Okay.
7.
I was at a 5.
Okay.
She did. I thought she did okay.
Yeah, I just
looked kind of like a hard foul, but she kind of flail a little bit, hit the ground a little bit harder than the play seemed to warrant. I don't know, just looking at the physics of it.
Yeah. how do I want to go about this here? I think both of them have gotten a lot of hate, and I think this play just kind of gave both sides of the hate more fuel. Like, oh, okay, Caitlin looks like a guy. I see that every time they post something about this talented young woman. Oh, she's a guy. Okay, all right. First off, she's generational fucking talent. And so is Angel Reese. And whatever race, color, whatever the fuck's going on. I just can't stand that this happened, and then there's this fucking douchebag saying shit to her as well.
Ass clown.
And it goes back to the security, not going after the security here, but how, act the fucking appropriate when you're at these events. I mean, some of these people, they go and, oh, well, I paid the ticket, I'm going to say whatever the hell I want to say. You can't. There's
nope.
Treat it like a fucking workplace.
Civil. That'd be civil.
Like,
you're in public.
You could just say she sucks. You could just say that. You don't have to fucking
normal heckling shit. You build a house with those bricks, something like that.
Yeah, it just
Gotta you don't have to attack her personal quality. Like, you don't have to attack any of that. That's
I just hate that, and I just think all their success. Again, I'm not a fan of Angel, but all their success. These two women put on pedestals, Trevor, but people are throwing tomatoes at them. I think that'll be their entire careers. You don't see that in the NBA. It's because they're women. It's fucked up, but I won't be doing that. I'll tell you right now.
No, you better not.
Well, how many young women look up to him? How can you hate that? I mean,
I don't hate it. It's good for basketball. Whatever is good for basketball.
I hate that heckler.
As long as it's not rooted in hate or bad moral values, I'm all for it.
Do you think I was going to get as heated as I am right now about this?
I had a hunch. I know you get a little touchy-feely when this is brought up, when the WNBA and Caitlin Clark and Andrew Reese are brought up, because there's a lot of feelings toward it. There's a lot of feelings toward it right now, which I think is good for the game because it means eyeballs are being put on the product. But still, pretty universal in regards to this heckler. Similar to the Caleb Williams situation, a lot of clashing when it comes to was it a flop? And
you want to know what I compare this to, and maybe some people out there agree. Maybe you agree. Maybe that you won't. I don't know. It is Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, but just
for the WNBA. Yes.
Yep. Yeah. That's what it is.
Get them both in the WNBA finals, and we'll see what happens.
Yep.
Both those teams probably have a little ways to go before that, but
because they saved the NBA all the way back then, and these young ladies are leading the charge in the WNBA today. That's what I see. Mm-hmm. So appreciate greatness while we have it.
Along with Miss Brinks, who was featured in the SI swimsuit issue. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't see that.
Libby Dunn was on the cover.
Yeah, I did see that. Grab the fucking wheel.
Yeah, I know. I'm paying attention to these beautiful women.
Yeah, you are. You are.
Isn't that what they want?
Yeah. No, I saw that. I just thought of all the guys strolling over Libby on the front, and then I didn't get a copy, so someone out there in the comments let us know what you thought of
post, brother. You don't need.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I might subscribe to SI again, just for the heck of it.
I love it. It's good. But the heckler dude, come on.
Oh no, yeah. Don't watch sports ever again. If what they're saying this heckler said is true, we don't want you in the sports fandom. Go do something else.
No.
Go do something else. Go, I don't know. Go join a book club.
Because it just
go to therapy. Better yet.
Yeah. just brings down, not good. But
Cool.
Yep.
All right, that is all I got, good sir. For on a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? We'll transition over to debate time and put a bow on this beautiful Tuesday night.
Hell yeah.
From Olean, New York, St. Boniface alumni setting records left and right.
Years ago.
Weighing it at an astonishing 240 pounds.
Yes, sir.
He is one half of the hosts of the greatest podcast on planet Earth, Buckle Up with the Boys, and the founder of Buckle Up with the Boys, Drew Billy.
I appreciate that. You're getting me fucking teary-eyed.
I need one of those microphones that drops from the ceiling.
Get a fucking Bruce Crawford, get the tux on and the bow tie.
I don't own a bow tie though. I got to get a bow tie.
I had one and got stained at a party at Bonds. But anyways, debate time.
You'll have to tell me that story later.
Yeah, debate time here. Fell in Jungle Juice bucket. Fell in the bowl of the jungle.
More details later.
Yeah, debate time. Got 4 questions here. Stay for Trevor's portion of this segment as well. Who's going to be the Steelers starting QB?
He's named after the greatest reindeer of all.
Okay. Wow.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer quarterback. Had a very magical arm. Yeah, probably Mason Rudolph.
I'm going to say...
Although
Mace.
I think it's a decent competition between him and Will Howard. I think it's, I think there's some... Yeah.
Do we see the Trubisky-Pickett situation here? 4 games in, Howard comes in.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. Pickett was more the chosen one for Pittsburgh. People calling him the second coming of Jesus Christ. On this program, no less. Obviously picked in the first round. Only quarterback selected in the first round of that class.
Yeah.
Howard was a 6th round guy.
Yeah.
Who a lot of people love his build, but didn't necessarily love his NFL readiness and love the fact that he was surrounded by all these players that made him look good at Ohio State and Kansas State.
Right.
So, I don't know. Like I said, healthy competition between the two with the veteran winning the job. 4 games in, could you see Howard anointed? If Mason's struggling, maybe. And I'm talking like really, really struggling.
Neil O'Donnell struggling? Is that bigger?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Worse.
Okay. All right.
Worse.
Okay. Yeah.
Quit it with the Steelers pain.
Yeah.
It's enough.
Throwing to. Anyways, what is the best fast food out there? And I'm talking chain or mom and pop, local, whatever.
That's easy. Wendy's. I mean, the fries, top notch. You got the Baconator, the double Baconator, the fries and the Frosty. It's iconic.
Yes.
Like, who would think to put potatoes and ice cream together?
Yeah.
People that go to Wendy's, that's who.
Yep.
And yes, is it the most unhealthy fast food for you? According to calorie count and saturated fats and all that stuff, yes. Yep. But there is nothing more American than unhealthy fast food.
Right.
Wendy's is the best.
Yes.
You will not convince me otherwise.
I had, Chick-fil-A's there. It's always.
I don't consider them fast food, though.
Okay.
I can smell. Yeah. I get. They kind of are.
Okay. Wendy's.
Yeah. Okay. I'll say this: if we're counting Chick-fil-A as fast food, they're number 2.
Okay.
They're number 2.
That's where I was. And the reason I love Wendy's. I do not love the Wendy's in Olean. Okay. I don't know what's going on, but there's one guy busting his ass in there. And I don't know what the other three are doing. But there's a line, Trevor, when I drive past tomorrow. Yeah, when I drive, there's a line. So here's Wendy's. Then there's another fucking entrance. And then here's the entrance from the main road. It's curving around the fucking store because there's just one kid just busting his ass. And people leave.
I believe it.
It's terrible. But Wendy's is the best outside of Olean. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. I mean,
their fries are the best. I feel they're good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're thick enough. McDonald's puts too much salt on them.
And you got to watch when you get them because
like don't overkill it. Like McDonald's to me, they overkill it, and I don't like those thin ass fries. I don't know why people like those.
Well, and they sometimes overcook them or they're stale. I don't know.
I know. They're too easy to mess up, and I don't like it.
Yes.
That's why I like crinkle cut. That's why they're thick. They're pretty easy to cook. You can overcook them a little bit, and they just taste crispy. It's not a problem.
Yep.
McDonald's, you overcook them, and it's just
you might lose a fucking tooth. You might.
It's like biting into coal. It's not. It's not good.
What is the most annoying sound you can think of?
I got a good answer for you right here.
Okay.
It is the Microsoft Teams ringtone. That
Yep.
Yeah, because you know somebody's calling you about some stupid bullshit.
Yes. Yeah.
I hated it so much that in the last couple of months, I've just turned the ringtone off.
Mm-hmm.
I've put it on silent. If I'm away from my computer, somebody's calling me, I don't fucking hear it.
Yeah.
I'll call them back. But every time, especially during COVID, when I heard that, aneurysm, damn near an aneurysm. Pretty sure that was the cause. That was the cause of at least 75% of my social anxiety.
Yeah. It kind of goes against the name of the show.
Okay.
I fucking hate. I don't always wear a seatbelt. I fucking hate the seatbelt ring.
What? Oh, when it comes up on the dash where it's like put your seatbelt
and it dings and it fucking I'm going 5 miles. Okay, I'm not putting the fucking no. I'll do road trip. I'll wear it because I got dinged for it by shout out to the patrol officer. But if I'm going 5 miles and that thing rings 3 times, I'm ready for fucking war. Okay, I'm not putting it on. Okay, so it's kind of like AJ Hawk leaving his car on when he pumps his gas. Okay, you should just fucking do it. But I can't.
Yeah.
But I'll say that, and also any alarm just drives me over the fucking edge. Like a microwave, if I don't get to it in time.
The old school alarm clocks.
Yes.
Where it had that sound.
Oh.
The most annoying thing on the face of the earth. Thankfully, I have like I don't know what it's called. It's like a bubbly sound coming from my phone.
Yep.
Much more pleasant to wake up to than
Yeah. I got like some acoustic guitar shit that plays.
Yeah.
Like, okay. I'm pissed off, I'm awake, but it's soothing.
One that really bugs me too, and I'm kind of getting past the question here.
That's all right.
When a metal fork hits somebody's teeth, like when they bite into something and the metal fork and they bite on the fork.
Yes.
I cringe when I do that myself. I'm like, I don't like that.
Right.
When somebody else does it, I give them a look and then I'm like, and then I get back to what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'll just say this because everybody I think out there might know what I do for a living, but when I go to Walmart and there's just a kid absolutely losing their fucking minds, that puts
like
me
a baby,
just fucking just
like
scream.
A spoiled kid or something,
just fucking losing their shit. It's like this is a really good deterrent. Not that, yeah. Anyways, next question.
You should have kids at some point. You should.
If you could,
You're gonna have to get over that. If you want kids, you're gonna have to get over that.
Here, I'm grabbing the fucking wheel. If you could live anywhere in the world for free and everything included, where would that be?
Italy.
That's what I was saying.
Italy. Yeah, it's easy. It's easy. I mean, you got those little boat rides over there. Obviously, the cuisine, the wine, the Vatican's there. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I know the Vatican's like its own sovereign thing, but you know, Sicily, like, come on, the motherland of my grandmother and her ancestors.
Yeah. I'd say there, but if I'm doing stateside, I love Colorado. That's
a good one.
There.
Yeah,
just the views.
I like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If we're sticking in the United States, if I could like maintain friendships with people, Alaska is a pretty cool place.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever seen the show Buying Alaska? It's one of those like home buying show, like a couple gets together, pools all their money.
It's
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of like that, but it's like all over Alaska, which is Yeah, it's kind of cool. A lot more tight knit communities up there. A lot more real estate. And I know the winters are a little bit longer, but I think that'd be cool. I don't mind winter. I don't.
I like the snow. I know it pisses a lot of people off.
Yeah. What I mean, if I could, if I got the NFL package as well, I'd have to wake up early as shit to watch the games, but that might help my sleeping patterns. Who knows?
Right. But that's all I had for debate time on my side here. We'll go over to Trevor's.
Yeah. I only got a couple for you. Last week we did, what was it? Mount Rushmore of wrestling props.
Mm-hmm.
This week we're going to do another Mount Rushmore question in regards to music. Mm-hmm. I asked you before the show to think up your Mount Rushmore of musical eras for us. And similar to last week's format, we can go 1-1. So you do one, I do one. Yeah. I'll let you lead off.
I'm going to go 50s.
50s what?
Shit.
Just 50s in general?
Yeah. Just all the music.
Okay.
Then.
Okay.
You got Sinatra mixed in there. You got, God, I can't even think of some of the groups.
I was going to say early Dean Martin, obviously Elvis.
Four Seasons.
Mm-hmm.
I just, when I hear that shit, I don't know. I like it. I like the sound.
Okay. Yeah. Calms you down.
Oh,
good.
Yeah.
That was the jazz era too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You like me some jazz. You like me some jazz. I'm going to lead off with the obvious one that everybody that watches this show in their right mind would predict I put on here. That's 80s rock and roll. Pretty self-explanatory one there. I don't think I need to delve into how much I love the different artists of the 80s. It's one of my favorite eras of music to listen to. Hell, I still listen to it pretty much on the daily.
Yep.
But yeah, if I were to talk any more about 80s rock, we'd be here until about 11. So
yeah. I'll go 90s punk.
Ooh, okay. So like your Green Days, your Offsprings, Nirvana's more grunge, but
yeah. I just love that shit. I love it. I'm trying to think of Everclear. If anybody out there listens to them.
What are we considering Foo Fighters? They're just kind of rock and roll, right? I don't consider them like. I don't consider.
Yeah.
Them per se.
Yeah. Oh God. Well, see, there's a song, Blind Melon, No Rain. That's not. But that song's just kick ass. He's fucking tripping on acid in a field. God rest his soul. I cannot think of the lead singer's name, but it's just, just like 90s, man. Alternative punk, badass.
Oh, Blink, of course. Gotta have Blink.
Yeah.
What was it? Bad Religion.
Yeah.
Sum 41. How could I forget Sum 41? My God.
Oh shit.
Sublime's probably got to be in there.
Yeah.
Oh, Rancid. Rancid's good. I liked Rancid.
Walking on this Smash Mouth.
Oh,
Yeah. God rest
mhm.
his soul. He died a year or two ago. Yeah.
Dig that.
Yeah. No, that's just if I'm turning something on, Trevor, in any mood, I'm putting 90s on. Fuck.
I got you.
Yep.
I got you for sure.
Yep.
Well, they're more hard rock. Rage Against the Machine.
Oh, kick ass.
Yeah.
Them and Limp. I mean, you want to fucking start your day off.
I was gonna say Limp's more new metal, but
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna stick with the '90s theme here, and I'm gonna go with '90s hip hop. 90s hip hop and rap, because you got the NWA, Wu-Tang Clan, Snoop and Dre coming up, LL Cool J, Will Smith back in the day. Hell of an era, and segued us into a beautiful 2000s era with the likes of Eminem, Lil Wayne, Drake, Kendrick, all the way to this day.
Yeah.
So 90s hip hop, very formative. How could I forget Tupac, Biggie, all those guys, man. It just very, very formative in shaping today's hip hop culture.
LL Cool J.
Yeah. He's got a couple good songs. I like him better on TV.
Julio, Gangster's Paradise, but
yeah, nice little one-hit wonder action.
Yeah,
a little bit. Hell of a hit though.
Hell of a hairstyle too. Look that shit up.
Oof. Yeah.
Yeah, he was badass.
Looked like a pineapple.
They were playing that in all over. Yeah. I got to go 80s rock though for the next one because
okay.
That opened, I think, a lot of doors.
Figured we would intersect on that. Yeah.
But I'll say 80s rock as well. Yeah.
Okay. My third one, I'll stick with the rock and roll. 60s rock. Stones, Beatles.
Yep.
Very, very basically just the whole British invasion, the Doors. I mean, it's hard to debate. Even Elvis getting into that era.
Yeah.
Hendrix, Grateful Dead. Dead. Oh my God, the Grateful Dead. So
Beach Boys. Well.
Yeah, they're lighter.
Yeah, lighter.
They're lighter, but
Charles Manson did a song with him. Think about that.
Did he actually?
Oh, he's on. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which one was it?
It's one of their. I got it. I'll look it up. But he's on one of the songs. That's fucked up. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Never would have pegged that one.
He played with them all the day. I'll send it to you.
Good to know.
Yeah. I'll go 2000s rap.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you got Eminem. Where are we putting Jay-Z? Is he hip hop or?
Well, hip hop, rap's kind of underneath the hip hop umbrella. So
okay. Yeah, you got him. Trying to think of who else the hell I enjoyed.
Dre, Snoop.
Dre, Snoop are still hanging around.
Biggie make an early 2000s album?
No. He died in I want to say 90s.
What about Nas? Was Nas in the 2000s?
I think he was still hanging around. That's who Eminem regards as the greatest rapper of all time, Nas. But
I was gonna say Drake was getting started. Lil Wayne was getting started.
Yeah.
Lil Jon,
yeah. God, what? I can't think of any other guys. Yeah.
Want me to Google some?
I can't think of I just listened to Eminem and Jay-Z and then just kind of stuck with Eminem for all these years.
I got you. Back when Kanye was good.
Hey, and I'll say this: he's fucking nut job now, but College Dropout. Very good.
I get it.
Then he lost his
oh God, Nelly, Mary J. Blige, and you almost forgot 50.
I'm actually
In the
sick of this
club,
song.
bottle full of bun.
Oh my God.
It's your
Many men. I mean, holy shit. That's on.
Many men. Oh, great song.
Mm.
Great song.
Yeah.
Who else here? Tyler, the Creator, was kind of starting out. They list Beyonce here, but I consider her more pop.
Yep. Yeah.
Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes.
Oh. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. No, good shit.
What's his song? What's his?
Busta Rhymes.
Oh, Turn It Up. I think it was on a Madden game.
Yes.
Turn It Up, I think.
Yep.
Sounds right. Sounds right. Anyway, moving on to my fourth one, and this is the pièce de résistance of mine. I'm a big country fan. As much as I like modern country music, your Luke Combs, your Morgan Wallens, I have a certain flavor and a certain je ne sais quoi attributed to 90s country music.
Hell
And
yeah.
I'm talking your Garth Brooks, your George Straits, John Michael Montgomerys, your Alan Jacksons, Joe D. Messina, Kenny Chesney, Shania freaking Twain, by the way, Shania Twain,
Yep.
B&D, Kicks and Done, Honky Tonk Heaven, Double Shotgun, Good Time.
Yep.
The 90s country. It's always a good time. And how can I forget his kids doing an updated version of his single, Randy Travis. Randy Travis
God bless
back in
his
the
soul.
day.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a good guy. Very good guy.
He's in a. Is he in a wheelchair now, Trevor Randy?
No, he's fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's good.
There's one. What the fuck was his name? I saw a video of some. I gotta look. I'll look it up later. There's somebody.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway, Willie was still around. Jimmy Buffett was still doing his thing.
Yeah. Oh.
It's a beautiful, beautiful time. I can flip on. I can flip on any 90s country song and be happy.
Yeah. No, and I told you when we were at that Willie Nelson. concert,
Oh God. Sorry. Joe Diffie. Love.
Oh, hell yeah.
I listened to his song Pickup Man in the shower today. I listened to it like 4 more times today. I never knew you were a pickup man.
Yeah.
You can set the truck on fire, roll it down a hill, I still wouldn't trade it for a coupe de ville.
Hell yeah.
It's beautiful. Beautiful tune.
Yeah, no. Just yeah, I love Willie. I do. I have to say that. I can listen to him all day. But yeah. No, good shit.
How much do you like country at all?
So
you seem to be more of a hip hop and rock guy.
I'll tell you right now, and this might shock the shit out of people. I love Shabuzi. I really fucking enjoy him.
I like
his lyrics. Like if I got a chance to go,
catchy.
Yeah, if I got a chance to go watch him, I'd make a way to try to get to that.
Yeah.
Jelly Roll. I like Kenny. Eric Church is my all-time favorite, though. I love Eric Church.
Oh,
I do enjoy him. Drink in my hand.
Love me some. Oh,
and
Desperate Man's a
Desperate Man.
Talladega.
There's some emotional songs he has too, and it's like, ooh, like that's slow, very slow with his voice.
Mr. Misunderstood, my friend. Oh yeah,
yeah. Mixed drinks.
He did Man Made a Bar with Morgan Wallen. That was pretty good.
Yeah, what the hell's it called here? Hold on, Trevor. I gotta look this up.
Oh, you looking up discography of Eric Church? But which one do you know how it goes? I might know it.
Mixed Drinks About Feelings.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
It's been a minute since I've heard that one. Actually, I've heard it.
Very good. I like
that. Yeah.
I like Wallen too. I like most of the guys. But if I'll sit down, probably Church or Willie, I could sit all day and listen to them.
Oh, Springsteen.
Yeah. No, good shit.
Yeah, if only Eric Church were born like 10 years earlier, I could have lumped him into this 90s category, but I just have a flavor for the 90s country, man.
Well,
oh God, I almost forgot my grandmother's favorite artist, Reba McEntire.
Oh, very nice. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down.
Well, why I like Eric is they were trying to give him the title of, modern Johnny Cash, how his persona is, whatever. He's like, no. There's only one Johnny Cash. Okay, don't you do that. And I'm like, okay.
You damn right. Right. There's Johnny Cash, and then there's the Chief. Yeah. We got the Chief.
Yeah.
We got the Chief. And Johnny Cash is in class by us. That 90s era was late Johnny Cash as well. So still making music at the time.
Jesus. Good shit, though. Good shit.
Yeah. Then last one, getting into the field a little bit. Buckle up with the Boys Be a Man question of the week. As always, caps us off on our shows. When is it most important to make compromises in your personal life?
See, now I thought about that, and I had a different thought when you posed.
No. Say what you
I'd say work-life balance.
Okay.
Just realizing if you want nice shit, you got to work.
Yeah, it's a good policy.
Yeah, that's like, I don't know. I think stage of my life, I just, looking at shit a little different. Trying to spend time with you and people. Try to make time. You got to make time. Compromise time for that. You have to, or you'll go fucking nuts and die alone. It's my little quote for people.
You got to compromise a little, otherwise you'll grow old and die alone.
Yep. Make compromises, make time, or you're die alone. Yep. Put that on get that as an ass tattoo. That'd be good.
I don't know if that'll fit. I don't have a big ass. I don't think that'll fit.
Well, you see someone with a tramp stamp. All right. Let's not fucking ruin it here. All right, Trevor,
we're getting off the rails of the whole point of this segment. Like, oh my God. Anyway. I'll say with mine is how I spend my free time. And that's because I have a lot of things that I would like to do. I have a lot of hobbies that I would like to pursue. I'd like to golf all the time. I'd like to play guitar all the time. I'd like to read and play video games all the time. There's a lot of little pipe dreams and shit related to that, hobbies related to that I would like to pursue and see through. There's just conversations that I have to have with myself of, is this actually worth pursuing? Is this just a phase? And I have to sit down and be real with myself in pretty much all those conversations and how I spend my free time at this stage of my life. I assume down the line, I'll have a different answer to this question, but as it stands right now, in the hobbies I pursue and the free time that I spend.
Yeah. No, and I think too, just the caveat to make it serious here, Trevor. I gotta feel like an asshole for the tramp stamp comment. I think college.
Being yourself for a little bit.
I think senior year of college, okay, we need to quit this bullshit. Make
temper down.
Make some real and compromise time. You don't need to, go out every Saturday and black out. There's responsibilities, So
Once in a while
you can let loose. Just don't, get public intoxication or whatever. Make it home.
Say something you regret.
Yeah. Oh, been there.
That'll happen when you're sober. So.
Whoops. Yeah. No. But I hope you guys, and I don't mean to, do you have anything else, Trevor, for the folks?
No, go ahead. Yeah.
I hope you guys are seeing through these Be a Man, and I hope you're watching to this point, because we're peeling back layers of ourselves a little bit, and then into our lives a little bit and open it up. And I hope at times you guys, when Trevor asks that question, you think about it, because we do want this to be positive. I mean, there's a lot of fucking around, but we are humans. We do have feelings and shit. the
sports comedic podcast.
Yeah. But I like it. I like that we do self-reflection a little bit. It's in this fucked up world, you have to, or you'll go nuts.
Oh God.
I'll leave
Every
it at
day.
that. I could go on for another 2 hours.
Same, brother.
Yeah.
Same, my friend.
Yeah. But before we head out here, Trevor, anything else for the folks leading into next week? Anything to look forward to?
Well, first of all, wanted to thank you for your little commentary there. That was
Hey, I love it.
Yeah.
I'll cry after. I'm not going to do it in front of these people.
Okay. Yeah, I can give you some songs if you need to cry. I can text them to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, what is coming up anyway? I don't really know.
Gonna have guest
Memorial Day. Memorial Day. Yeah, go enjoy that with your folks. If you have a day off of work Monday, enjoy the long weekend.
Yep.
Grill plenty of hot dogs, plenty of burgers, and drink plenty of beer. And if that's not your thing, that's okay too.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I will also be heading down to Shippensburg this weekend. I want to give a special shout out real quick, and she's going to be pissed off that I do it. To watch my little sister Gianna compete in her last high school track meet. I'm very excited for that. And I hope all the athletes that are competing have a good day, and hope the weather's not hot as hell, because it's always hot. Skin melting temperatures.
Shippensburg's a bit of a haul for you too, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll be down there, but just want to give that caveat. And also,
best of luck.
Also, before I head out, I don't want to drag this out because we got shit to do tonight. I want everybody to remember what Memorial Day is all about. Yes, get drunk, eat your hot dogs, hamburgers, but it's also remembering people that gave it all, and the people that are giving it all right now to our veterans. So shout out to all of them out there. But that's all I had. All gas, no breaks. Have a good day. Have a good night. Stay safe. This is another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys with DB and Trevor Dinsmore. Have a good night.
Happy Memorial Day, everybody.
Yep.